But now let's move to or Grape, as they say online now, because supposedly social media has created a new 1,000-word long list of things you can't say on the internet, right? So Grape. In the big cities, for the most part, it's catch and release, just like at the border. So, you can just rape somebody if they actually catch you, which is already rare enough because the police are incompetent in most of these cities. If they catch you, they'll just, basically set a court date and you're back out on the street. Just go rape somebody again. How about the overwhelming increased rate of risk to children being abused in public schools? Democrats don't give a crap about pedophiles in public schools or any of the sexual abuse to children that's taking place there. They loved pimping the Catholic Church scandal, where the demon worshipers at the top of that structure shuffled priests around from parish to parish to hide them. Well, and then 30 years later, that all got completely blown up. But you know what's really sick is that we can see it on a daily basis. You can do general surveys of the population to find out what the rates are. And it's like your child is 40. It's like, I hope I don't get this wrong. It's something like 40 times more likely to be sexually abused at school than they are at home, at least in a nuclear 2-parent family. If it's a single mother, I mean, their boyfriend is, I don't know. You're something close to the same, more likely to be sexually abused by a single mom boyfriend or a stepdad or
like an uncle,
any of their associated family. Yeah, just absolutely disgusting. Okay. Now, how about the concept of it being underreported, right? So they just say, well, it's underreported. So what do they do in response? They overreport it to a degree that is so insane that it's not physically possible. What's the number they always spit out? 1 in 4, 1 in 3. Yeah. You go and you look at the number of annual rape prosecutions going on. Every rapist who's ever lived over the time period where they've created this absolute nonsense number would have had to have raped like 10,000 women. It's there's just no getting to the actual statistical number with the number of rapists if that's the actual result. 1 in 3 women. Come on. And then how about the false accusations by these dim-witted little girls on these college campuses? They go out and they participate in all the revelry and debauchery at these parties. They get into frat parties underage, drink themselves into a complete stupor, and then go and do something stupid in a frat guy's bedroom. And then the next morning it's a rape. They don't care about that. They don't care about the young men who are having their lives destroyed by these dizzy girls who they want everybody to see them as the victim when they're just dumbasses who put themselves in terrible situations and then gave it up. Because when they drink and they get into that mindset, their inhibitions are gone.
Yep.
They don't care.
Dude, I've often wondered if the only reason alcohol is legal is because it makes women dizzy like that and easier to take advantage of. There's no reason it should be.
Well, no, there are reasons that there are prescriptions against, drinking too much. Taking any of these ridiculous narcotics. There are very good reasons for warning people against that, because it's like, well, holy cow, I'm 47 years old. Do you know what I've seen in the past? Lots of stories about young women drinking too much and ending up in sexually compromised positions, and then feeling bad about it the next day and turning the guy they did it with into a criminal.
Yep.
So how about you don't drink too much? How about if you're a 20-year-old on a college campus, you don't try to wiggle your way into an alcohol party at a frat house? I mean, any number of things. And that goes to the abortion thing, too. The young women, you're the gatekeepers. You make bad decisions that end up in abortion. That's your fault. Your body, your choice. Don't have sex before you're married. Don't get pregnant and have to have an abortion. Don't come to me and tell me that I have to be pragmatic about abortion because you're sexually irresponsible. That's absolute freaking garbage. I don't know how anybody makes those arguments. Then we got, right, we're still on the Grape, right? How about the Epsteiner? How about Little St. James Island, right? You get the story of the century multiple compound buildings full of hidden cameras, recordings up the wazoo. They finally do something about it. The only reason they did anything was to collect all the evidence so nobody could ever see it. So they have no problem. They have no problem with a billionaire, agent provocateur, backroom dealing, world leader, communicator, note passing guy, probably a CIA plant, generating blackmail. I mean, it's just deny, even though everybody knows. We all know what happened now, and yet they refuse to actually tell us.
You never hear about it either.
It's so stupid. And then the king of the hill, as far as this goes, the devil circle happy fun time kid abuse. Familiar with this?
No.
Well, it has a different label, but I don't want to actually say the label so that the video just gets trashed, right?
Can you spell it out?
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's spell it out. SATANIC space RITUAL space ABUSE.
You're going way too fast.
SATANIC.
Okay, I got it.
RIT.
I know what it is.
Yeah. That's very real. There are documented episodes of it. And now this is what confounds me about this particular topic every time. If you make an appeal, and then they do this constantly, they make these appeals to the ultimate good, right? Like they know what it is, so they can solve all our problems by basically stealing from you and inflating to infinity, right? They're going to solve all our problems by debauching the money and lying to everybody, right? Well, if there is an ultimate good that can do that, that only really exists like philosophically in contrast to the ultimate evil, right? So if the two things, they both have to exist if you want to be intellectually honest, then why would you deny that this is something that can happen? But they do. They just deny. They don't care. What they do is anybody who actually investigates an enclave of this kind of shit happening in their little town or in their school district in a big city, doesn't matter. The ping pong pizza in DC, then they called it Pizzagate. You can go on social media and find all sorts of material all over the place. You got the dark web servers. The material is everywhere. There are sick people like this. We've probably both known somebody personally who's involved in stuff like this. This is how pervasive it is. And what do? They call anybody who brings some evidence to the fore a conspiracy theorist. So now you know the real value of creating a fake phrase like conspiracy theory. It's to
dismiss the truth.
It's to ostracize the truth from the conversation.